Hello, everybody, and welcome to the White Noise Podcast. With me is my co-host, Ethan.
Sup?
I have my other good buddy, Aaron.
I need a title.
No, you do. You do. I was going to bring that up.
Good
But,
buddy.
yes, and then it's me, the host, AJ. Good buddy. Yeah, no, I was going to talk about that, and I didn't want to say the title yet because I don't know. We talked about it last week, about you with Instagram, but I just want to point out that you're basically like the one doing that. Like you're the only one out of our group doing that.
I gave myself a title on Instagram.
You know what?
I put
Hold
social
on.
media manager.
No, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do real quick. I'm gonna add
Executive associate.
I'm gonna add a new role as of right now as we're doing the podcast because I planned on doing it. Thank you for reminding me. I planned on adding social media.
Buddy.
No, wait.
That's what our guests are going to be called, the good buddies. So like whenever somebody comes on, you can introduce them as the good buddy Noah. Oh no, my internet.
What color? I'm gonna talk about this right now on podcast. What color?
I don't see color.
I don't see color. Fuck.
Wow. Wow, you guys. Wow. Okay. I'm glad we're all equal here. As we're on the White Noise Podcast. But
Exactly. We only see black and white.
Wait, that's not black and white. That's supposed to be neon. Oops. My bad. No wonder I mixed up the blue and the green the second time. I mean, the blue and the pink the second
We weren't gonna talk about that, you motherfucker. I said we were gonna fix it and never say anything about it because once you point it out, somebody's gonna notice.
I just owned up to it. It's fine. I owned up to it.
Ah, cocksucker.
The only one it's on anymore is the one on Discord, right? Everything else has changed.
Nope.
What? There it is. Yeah, good job, dude. Now people are gonna see it. Be like,
okay.
No, hold up now.
What colors? What were you asking about color? I'm sorry.
I was just wondering what color you wanted for the role.
Blue. I like blue.
White Noise
Blue or
roll
purple?
call.
Yeah, this is roll call.
Here with Derp, the daddy.
Yes, that is me. Although
he's gonna pop in a second. You watch.
Technically, Tavish is in a way because he's closer to that point.
I mean, we don't know.
We do not know, you're right. But
I mean, he is very godlike in the
closest.
way that he fucks up my life.
That's fair. That's fair. What? I was supposed to send the audio? I just wept.
There you go, Aaron. Stealing my thing again.
Fell asleep. Yeah, there you go. I'm just talking about that before podcast. So, anything you guys want to talk about?
Yes.
Yes?
Okay.
All right, go for it, dude.
Okay, so Apple announced their computer. This is a little bit old considering E3 is happening like right now, which I'm sure we'll talk about in a little bit.
Yep.
But Apple announced their new computer. Top specs, it turns out, is $33,000 is likely the bare minimum for the Mac. I've got an article from The Verge pulled up right here. $33,720.88 to be exact is likely the bare minimum. I don't know why it's likely the bare minimum and it's exact change. Whatever. But that's before factoring the 4 GPUs, they say, which could easily jack up the price to $45,000.
Jesus.
And the stand too.
Yeah. That's not including monitor, I don't think.
No,
right?
It's not. It's just the computer.
Okay. So, for comparison, cheapest Tesla model, $39,000. What are we getting, boys? We getting a Tesla or an iMac?
Yeah, no, that makes a lot more sense to get a Tesla. Like,
blows my mind.
Because, well, no, the cheapest Tesla probably doesn't. But I'm thinking like most Teslas have a computer in them. Like they have like an actual.
The cheapest Tesla is like
cheapest one.
Semi-good.
Okay, yeah, so it has like a computer screen in it. Like you have like ways of like getting through Bluetooth and like your radio, satellite radio, and your apps and everything like Facebook. You get like all of that through that, and that's
even
what is it?
For $39,000, you can get a really nice regular car too. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, any regular car is going to have a computer screen and stuff like an Audi or something like that. Audi, Mercedes, those kind of things are still going to have, like, a computer in it. Not like a Tesla-type computer, but still.
Yeah, I mean, you can't make a porn video in it, but, while you're driving. Did you guys see that?
Yeah. All of it.
The whole clip.
The whole Instagram clip I saw, yeah. Uh-huh.
And this is the segment of the podcast where we talk about Aaron's porn addiction.
Yeah.
So, also real quick, why I mentioned it, how do you say the car that's like in a lot of Iron Man movies that I previously mentioned? How do y'all say it?
Audi.
Audi?
Audi, yeah.
Okay.
If you say Audi,
some people
then
do. Yeah, like they're
sorry.
oh no, the Audi's a belly button. I'm like, you're an idiot. It's not.
Audi's a belly button.
Audi's.
That's what I've heard my entire life. They call it an Audi. They're like, yeah, an Audi. I'm like, what?
I'm thinking that's like a real Southern thing.
It is. Yeah. Well, it's a German word, right?
Yeah, it's German. Yeah.
So Audi probably is like as close as we can get without being, full on schnitzel and invading Poland.
Jeez. Yes.
It's like people give me shit for saying Van Gogh.
Yeah.
That's a little extra. I wouldn't say that, but I mean, I just say Van Gogh. Oh,
I mean, you might as well just say Van Gogh at this point. Am I right? Am I right?
Oh, got him.
Oh, where did he go? Go back. But yeah, dude. So the Apple thing happened, which is insane to me. That Apple decides to increase prices that much. And
who's gonna pay for it?
Yeah, I really hope nobody does.
Did you see the thing? It was like somebody pointed out that they announced that monstrosity, and like a week beforehand, the CEO of Apple had given a speech at a college and been like, our generation ruined the economy for your generation because we made everything so damn expensive.
What a great marketing tool.
And then like a week later, he's like, yeah, $50,000 computer.
Yeah, there you go. Great idea. And they had to know of that because that's not like planned just immediately. Like they plan. I hope that their marketing team plans that through. So like this entire time he knew about this computer coming out, and he's like, "Yeah, you guys won't have the money to buy expensive stuff like this amazing computer that we just made. That's super expensive. I call it amazing. That's not the right word to use. The super expensive computer that we have.
Okay, so
I mean, it runs 8K videos. Like it said, it could run up to like 6 or 7 8K streaming videos. Like but. Is 8K even a thing right now?
In a way, yes.
Okay.
It is.
I don't know that much.
Derp and I were talking about it earlier.
Yes,
because segueing into, we were talking about Project Scarlet, which is Xbox's new console, is supposed to be 8K.
Yes.
Really?
Yes, the next gen thing for next year.
So you haven't watched E3 in preparation for today's podcast? That y'all would just educate me.
Okay.
I mean, I haven't seen all of the press conferences. I've just seen highlights.
It'll be like an actual viewer is here.
I want indie games. That's all I care about when E3 comes out. Is like just like the little indie games.
I love
indie games.
None of that this E3. There was like
nothing.
It was major corporations. Like,
that's no fun.
I know that Microsoft showed their stuff first, I think, or they showed their stuff last. I forget.
Gay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Halo, which is pretty cool. And they showed a bit of Halo, and then EA showed off their new Star Wars single player game that's coming out. I don't remember much of EA's other stuff.
Tavish lost it, I bet.
Yeah, I bet he did, because Tavish is a real nut for Star Wars stuff. Also, I should let you guys know that he went and purchased the DLC for ESO already, which is the Elsewhere DLC. Which it looks great. It looks amazing. As somebody who's played ESO for a very long time, it does look good, and I am really thinking about getting it. Although Destiny 2 is starting to update a lot more, so now I'm
Dude, we
being
haven't talked about
pulled
Shadowkeep on the podcast yet.
back and forth. No, we have not, which is another thing we need to talk about.
It's crazy how Tavish can buy DLCs and play them, but not call Microsoft.
I mean, he doesn't need to whenever he just buys it the first time. There's no issue with it right now. There's no need for him to talk to somebody. He can just buy it online. That takes no effort, you know? He just buys it.
Very
That's
true.
it. But yeah, then Bethesda had their press conferences, which Bethesda actually has a couple new games coming out that they didn't talk about last year, which I don't know how I feel about them because none of them showed actual gameplay whatsoever. So that's a bit sketchy to me.
Probably because they're still working on their new engine.
Yeah, I sure hope they're working on a new engine. Did they confirm that?
I heard something about that.
Okay, that would be great. Is Elder Scrolls 6 going to be on their new engine?
God, I hope so.
Because last I heard, it's on their old one that they've had ever since like Morrowind or Oblivion.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's how old this engine is, and that's half the that's like 80% of the issues with their newest games, like Fallout 76, and why they flopped is because they're crappy old engine that they've had since Oblivion.
But Battle Royale.
Battle Royale, yeah, Fortnite 76, dude.
I'm gonna play that.
No, do
Jesus
not.
Christ.
I can't
Do
wait.
not. Do
I think
not.
it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna play
What
it.
is wrong with you?
You're the
I love
problem. You're the problem, Aaron.
I can feel really good about myself in the first week of a Battle Royale because everybody's terrible is on, and I can just get wins all day long.
You think that people who have been playing Fallout 76 while it's been declared a dead game have been playing that game?
Yeah, but like, I'm not gonna run into him every lobby because that game's gonna drop and it's just gonna be hot. Or
It's-
is it free?
It's free.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hot.
Yeah, I think
So
it's
you're going to get a week of satisfaction.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's it. And then you're
And
going to
then
get right back to
never play
Destiny 2 with us, hopefully.
Satisfaction.
Yeah.
Touch me, and then just touch
No,
me.
please. Don't.
can get
we
my
already went
satisfaction.
through Aaron's videos.
Trigger word.
Please. That song wouldn't have been popular if it wasn't for that dang Wii video game that was released. Although I knew about it beforehand, but
What
Dang.
Wii video game?
What, I
Just
don't know what you're
Just
talking about.
Dance. There's Just Dance. It was in.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's what got it really popular and all over YouTube.
Oh, I didn't know.
That was just Ethan's
Yes.
music beforehand.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, I listened to it beforehand too. Because I also had weird friends. But yeah, was it on the radio?
bitch?
That'd be weird. Yeah, you're my twin.
I mean, like, Ethan's got some interesting music. Like, shout out to Hobo Johnson, man.
Oh, my boy. I saw him live.
I wish
Nice.
I did. I'm kind of jelly, actually.
It was a lot of fun. Got to get for those of the people in our audience that are emotionally damaged and also know who Hobo Johnson is. I got to see him live during his tour last summer, and it was a lot of fun.
If you don't know who he is, go type in Peach Scones. Listen.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
then hate us.
Yeah,
My
'cause
girlfriend dislikes Hobo Johnson.
I know a lot of people that listen
know.
to us that do not like rap music. So
It's
or
not.
any
It's-
any type
don't-
of music that's
It's not
like
music.
that. What do you mean?
It's like
I don't know.
slam poetry.
Yeah, no,
It's
they
not
won't.
sort
They
of.
won't like stuff like that either. They won't like. No, they're really precise on their types of music, and
Yeah.
I know that for a fact. So,
This Hobo Johnson is his own genre. And it's like,
No,
here.
not really. There's Levi the Poet, which is kind of similar. And also
okay. Yes.
Neil Hilburn, but those are more poetic than Hobo Johnson is. Also Hotel Books, but that's a little more emo than Hobo Johnson. But, you know.
That's like if Linkin Park and slam poetry had a child. I take it.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Now I understand.
People are going to get mad at me for that.
Thy skin.
I become so numb.
Yeah,
you don't
so you
leave
wanna-
mad when we didn't
Yeah?
do our job.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
If we didn't avenge you somehow, come on.
Yeah, I mean, we already talked about color, so you know. I think we have
What
half
color?
of the group covered. Yeah, what color? So you wanted to talk about Shadow Keep, huh?
Okay, so big
Yeah.
things happening in Destiny. I watched their announcement stream. When was that? The 6th.
Yes.
And I think I came a little.
I know you did. I know for a fact you did. By the way,
We
you
were
were
in the group
typing.
chat when you were talking about it.
Yeah.
I was in the group chat just like saying every single thing that they said. Like pretty much they would announce a new thing and I would put it in the group chat with like a bunch of exclamation points. I was so
In all
excited.
caps. Yeah. Yep.
So
We're glad you're excited.
So new DLC coming in the fall. Shadowkeep. I'm going back to the moon, baby. Eris Morn. Some weird shit going on there. Excited to see what that'll be as far as like I want to see the moon again and how they've changed it and how they've like redid the design of the moon. I'm not mad at them. Like I'm not one of the people who's like lazy, you're reusing assets, blah blah blah.
You
blah,
went
blah.
back to the beginning. Boo.
Yeah. It's like it's just a remaster. No.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not a remaster of the moon from D1. It's a whole new thing. They've like there are familiar sites. You'll be like, "Oh shit, it's the moon." But also it's changed from what they were saying. So I'm really excited to see how that changes and I'm really excited to see what happens story-wise cuz sort of they said that they really liked the progressive story things that happened with Marasav and Forsaken with the Queen's Court and how like you get every 3 weeks you get like a new piece of lore and a new little
They
like
might. Ooh. They
thing
might do
like
that
that.
with Eris then. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, and then they said like the same thing with the Invitations of the Nine for the Drifter. So they're gonna reveal different things about Eris and like her story, what she's been doing in between the time of the beginning of D2 and now, because pretty much the entire storyline of D2, Eris has been fucking AWOL and we haven't known what she's been doing.
Well, we know. We just don't. We never saw it. Like we never were there.
We had a general idea of what she was doing, but we don't know like exactly what happened, like details.
Yes. Which this will answer my question as to whether or not it is canon that when you read something as your guardian, if you're reading it, if your guardian's reading it, or if it's just you, the player, that's reading it, it'll answer that question. Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. Also, they talked about big updates, like as far as like not just content updates, but like just what's the word I'm looking for? Like
cosmetic, or
no, just
It's
the
free.
life of the game is getting updated.
yes, yeah, and that's
yeah, 'cause-
that's part of it is the fact that everything from the beginning to Forsaken, am I right, is free.
Yeah. So the way that they said is that with this new system called New Light, you're going to be able to hop in for free at power cap and play Destiny. You're going to be able to play base Destiny 2, Curse of Osiris, Warmind, and you're also going to be able to go to all of the destinations that are in the game. Like you will be able to go to the Tangled Shore and the Dreaming City, and you'll be able to go to the moon and like patrol. So like the destinations will be there, but some of like the activities that are included in those two DLCs won't be. So like Last Wish Raid, you won't be able to do Last Wish, and you probably won't be able to do Shattered Throne. So like some of those like deep like end game activities you won't be able to access without actually buying the content, but you'll be able to go there and see everything, and all the destinations will be unlocked for this new light system. And then if you want to actually purchase the DLCs, then you can. And going forward, they're not doing the annual pass model that they did for Forsaken, because
Thank you.
the Forsaken annual pass, there were 3 little bits of content that came out at the beginning of each season, and there were 3 seasons throughout the year, other than the one that dropped with Forsaken. And you had to buy them all bundled together. You had to pay like $35, and you got an annual pass, and you had to buy all 3 of those seasons. But now what they're going to do is they're selling, you can buy each of them, that you can buy them as a bundle. Actually, now you can pre-order a Shadowkeep Deluxe Edition that comes with Shadowkeep, the season pass for Shadowkeep, and then the annual pass through season 11. And I'm probably going to end up doing that. But you can also just say, I didn't really want anything in Season 9, but Season 10 looks actually pretty litty. So you can skip Season 9 and not buy any of the content for Season 9, and then just buy Season 10 content, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, that's great. That's a good idea, because I didn't really get too involved with Season of the Drifter stuff. I got really involved with the Black Armory stuff, but Season of the Drifter, it wasn't like there was a raid. There was the Alliance part, the Alliance quest step, which I still haven't completed yet. And I think you get Thorn through Season of the Drifter.
Yeah, but
Okay,
you bring up a good point. Is they mentioned it was kind of a passing remark, but I noted when they mentioned that like exotics won't be part of DLC content. So when they release exotics, from my understanding, like this is just from what I heard during the stream, what I think is going to happen is when they release exotics for everyone. So the exotics that come out during a season or as part of an expansion, you can get them regardless of if you have the content or not. But if you want to like play the activities like the raid or any like new game type that comes out for a season or a DLC, then you have to pay for it.
Gotcha. Okay. So you can get. Okay, I see what you're saying, which would be really cool.
Yeah.
But that means. Wait. So does that mean like once Shadowkeep comes out, then all the exotics are there, or no?
What do you mean by all the exotics?
Like every single exotic throughout from season 8 to 10, all the exotics are there at that point, right? Or no?
I would hope so. I don't know though. That's
that
one
would
of the
be
things
cool.
that I don't know.
That would be cool, because that means that there is a ton of story. Like the moment that Shadowkeep comes out, there's going to be a ton of story to do, because you'll get finished with that first bit, and then you get all of the exotic steps right after. That'd be so cool. Yeah. I'm totally down for that, dude.
Also, they are changing the way that armor works, which I'm super excited about.
Yes.
So, from my understanding, because now weapons have random rolls on them, which I love, and I'm super happy that they added random rolls for weapons back in Forsaken. But they also added random rolls for armor, which can get super fucking annoying because you can be at max power and have a bunch of different armor pieces that have max power, but you want to have like armor perks that synergize well. Like you're like, oh well, this one has like sniper rifle reloader and this one has sniper rifle scavenger, so I want to use these two together. But they're not matching armor sets, or they look like shit in general. They're just like crappy looking armor. So it's like, I'm wearing this, this hodgepodge of bullshittery right here, but it's got some amazing stats. It's the classic like meme of like when the armor looks like shit and doesn't match, but it's got the best stats.
Yes, exactly.
So from what I understand, they're changing that so that you like unlock perks for all of your armor, and you can apply them to all of your armor. So really the only benefit for getting one piece of armor versus another is their aesthetic.
What I took that as was that whenever you dismantled that armor, you gained that mod, and that mod was like permanent, sort of like how shaders work. That's what I took it as.
And that might be how it worked. Well, there was that because they said when you get a piece of armor with a mod or something, then you unlock it. So maybe it's just you get it and then you get it, like you get the piece of armor and then you get that mod, or maybe it's you just mantle it. I don't know. But then also they introduced like there was artifacts that you could have. Because remember in D1,
yes,
the artifacts that you could have equipped?
Yes.
They're bringing back artifacts.
Yes, I saw that. And then and this is why when I brought up to you before about the Black Gardens and how there might be more than one, they showed you the Eye of a Gate Lord, which is how you get into a Black Garden.
The Black Garden, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yes.
I remember when you have to go get the Eye of the Gate Lord.
Yeah, and stupid Aldrin is all mad about it.
I forgot how the Black Garden. Forgot about.
Yeah, so we should let you know about that.
Artifacts.
Oh, yes, because you're only given one, and I think that was during Taken King. That was the only time that it was around.
Probably because I
Yeah.
stopped playing Destiny 1 after like middle.
Yeah,
like,
it
third,
was.
So it was probably not a thing.
It was during. It was either not Taken King, and I'm thinking of the Iron Lords. But
Rise of Iron.
yeah.
See,
Thinking it was
I
either
only
Rise of Iron
played
or-
D1 post Rise of Iron.
Okay, so yeah. See, I don't know because I played. I would be the one to know, and I don't know because I played from beginning all the way through the end of Rise of Iron. Like I played Destiny 1 all the way through, and I don't know.
I'll just look it up. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, go for it, dude. But yeah, so I mean that's Destiny 2 pretty much as of right now. Opulence is around at the moment, which is pretty much just Leviathan, but not like remastered. It's like Leviathan's a step up from Leviathan.
I really like the Menagerie, the new 6-player match made
I
activity.
haven't played it yet. As much as I want to, I haven't played it yet.
It's a lot of fun.
What is
Okay.
it? Is it the one where you have like supers all the time?
No, that's Mayhem,
No,
and that's been
that's
around
Mayhem.
forever.
Oh, okay. I don't play Crucible. What's Menagerie?
Menagerie, like, you know how in Season of the Forge they added the forges where 3 people go in and you have to do the forge activations?
Yeet.
And then in Season of the Drifter they added the Reckoning, which was like that horde mode.
Yeah.
This is basically Season of Opulence's version of that, like their new activity, but it's 6 players, match made, and it's like kind of like a time trial puzzle thing. It's really hard to describe. You kind of just have to play it and figure it
Okay.
out for yourself or watch some gameplay. It's very unique in the way that it works.
All right, check it out. Will I like it or will I hate it, Ethan?
I feel like you'll like it.
Is it like speed running? Because I'm down.
Yes.
yes,
No, like
yeah.
the point is to do it as fast as you can.
Oh, well, yeah, dude. I'll run that all day. Let's go.
Yeah, and I think it's
When
6
are we
people
finishing the podcast?
on it, right?
What? Dirt?
It's 6 people to it, right?
Yeah, it's 6 players.
Yeah.
6 people on one team?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's similar to a raid, but everybody's a bunch of randoms.
I mean, you can go in with a team.
But yeah, you can go in with a team. Yeah.
Hmm.
But I mean, when you have 6 players, why won't you just do a raid? You know?
I mean, yeah.
Because this is
We'll never
easier
have-
than a raid, and you can do it much quicker.
Well, but I mean, raid gear.
Raid's like an
okay.
hour and a half to 2 hour commitment, though.
What? No, 4 hours.
I'm talking about
it's
with
the
our
first
clan.
time. Yeah, when it's the first time, then yeah, it's 4 hours. But when you've done it already, yeah, it's like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Oh, question real quick. All right,
Huh.
so I had this question asked to me on Instagram. I never asked you guys. So I'm going to put you on the spot on the podcast. Are we go? There was one guy that wanted to like join our clan. Are we gonna
Okay.
allow people to join, or is that a big no? I told him, didn't
Wait,
know.
our clan or the server?
Yeah, no, they wanted to join the Destiny clan.
Dude,
Oh,
yeah.
Destiny clan?
Yeah,
sure.
definitely. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
we're
I know.
totally down for that. Shoot, we should totally make a mention of that.
Put him in contact with me since I'm the clan leader.
Yeah. Just let them in contact with Ethan. Anybody that wants to, just go ahead and talk about it on Instagram and message us, and Aaron will get with you to Ethan on that.
Let me
Yeah,
see
any of our listeners who
that
are
guy.
playing Destiny 2, you guys should totally join the Blood Shepherds.
Yeah, definitely. Especially if you don't have a clan yet. If
We're
you
a
already
very
have
tiny
one,
clan.
yeah. If you don't have one yet, or
It's
if you
literally
do have
just
one,
us.
then don't feel obligated to like ditch your clan and then join us. But I mean, if you do, that's fine. But
But low-key, though, totally ditch your clan.
yeah.
Fuck those guys. Kidding.
Yeah, kidding.
Play where your friends are, and basically that's why we created a clan. Is because there's like what, 5 of us to start out with that
Mhm.
played Destiny.
Yeah.
And we were like, we all play Destiny, but we all play Destiny together, and we're either don't have a clan or are part of different clans. So let's just start our own.
Okay, so about that, I was a part of a clan before I did join Blood Shepherds, but it was just me at that point. It was a clan that I had during D1,
I think you
and
told
we
me
all
about this.
yeah, we all carried over to D2, and nobody joined me on D2. It's sort of like whenever you go from like an Xbox 360 to an Xbox One for next gen, and everybody goes to PlayStation 4. That's what happened to me. Is everybody went and played PlayStation games, and I was stuck on Destiny 2, and I was like, well,
Womp womp.
by myself now.
Tavish had a clan too. I forget where we were. We were a clan though.
Yeah.
Me and Tavish.
Yeah, I forget what
We
it is
were.
now, but I mean,
I don't remember.
1 penny too
but
many.
we were.
And 1 penny short. We should have been Pocket Change. That would have been a great name.
yeah. I mean, for your clan, yeah.
Until he changed his gamer tag.
Yeah, you did.
Then got engaged, and now he disappeared.
Yep.
No
And,
longer with us.
1 penny,
Could
no
have made
more.
ours
No.
the Cry Naughty Boys.
No.
Stupid.
No. No. Not cry naughty. That's weird.
So, at Tavish's wedding, we're all gonna have snowballs in the back, right? And we're just gonna record a podcast, right?
Yeah, no, that sounds like a great idea. Yeah.
Can we live commentate his wedding?
I think so. I think so.
Put
But
like
you
we
gotta
be in
do
a
it like
booth,
esports
like, in the
commentate,
back?
not golf commentate, like esports commentate.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
He
definitely.
goes in for the kids. He's going. Oh, he gets them.
Inhuman reactions.
I don't know how you guys feel, but I'm feeling like this flower girl is kind of shit, man. I mean, I don't know how she got to this level. I mean, she was scouted by like the top clans, but man, she is not performing at this
How
fucking
did
event.
she get here? Who hired you? Who hired you?
Yo, this girl walking so slow, she didn't even buy boots, man. What's she doing? What's she doing?
Yeah.
But this ring bear, this man is fucking OG.
Yeah. This the man. He the goat.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
we
Yeah,
need to
no,
talk to
that-
him
the
about
wedding's
that.
I
gonna be great.
pictured a ring on a pillow strapped to the back of an actual goat.
Yeah, there you go. He's the goat. And then, yeah, I mean, it's an audio podcast, so
He's the goat.
Yeah. They wouldn't know, you know?
And a word with the goat after. Can we get a word with that goat?
Can we get an interview with the goat, please?
He is the
Goat's bodyguards are
MVP.
blocking us from getting an interview with the goat.
Yeah.
It's just two guys at the punch bowl. They're just there.
It's just this dude in overalls with straw in his mouth.
Yeah. My goat.
Blang.
Gosh. But yeah, guys, the wedding's gonna be great. Just in general, I have a feeling
I'm
the
so
wedding's gonna be
excited.
great. Yeah. So that's happening next year, but as of this coming 2 weeks, so next week will actually be the last podcast that I will be a part of until next month. When you think about it, I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong.
Why?
You're only gonna be gone for like what, 2 weeks?
Yeah, I'll be gone for 2 weeks.
Wait, I missed all this. Where are you going?
Yeah. I'm traveling up north. To meet family
The North.
for
Nice.
vacation. Yeah. Yeah. I mean.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'll be gone for a
The
bit.
King in the North.
Wait, did
Yeah.
you say this podcast was your last one?
No, next week's. is my
Oh,
next
okay.
one.
I won't
For
be
good.
on next week's.
Great.
Jesus.
You know what? No, that's
Ethan,
fine.
remember, we had this whole conversation. It's in Discord.
Yeah, we'll sub in Noah instead. That's fine.
Okay. I'm gonna be.
Yeah, hopefully.
I mean, we can do it on a Saturday or Sunday, and
That's-
do the podcast. But
Yeah.
I have vacation Bible school at my church, and I have to be there every night that I'm not
Okay.
working.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be Monday through Friday.
That's going to have to be the time. Yeah, Saturday, Sunday is going to have to be the time that we record anyways for next week, because otherwise, if we do it on a Monday or Tuesday, I can't do that. Because
that might be good.
Yeah, yeah. So Saturday, Sunday will be good. We might even be able to get Noah next week then, as well.
Shout out to us having real jobs.
Yeah, dude, for real, it's great. I'm enjoying it.
I still don't understand how I've been able to make all these, but my job has been had told me, the one that I work at night was like, oh yeah, we only gonna work you on the weekends now. If we need you for like a weeknight, we'll use you, but pretty much only weekends.
Dude,
which
like,
is fine.
Yeah, knowing your work schedule, I expected within episode 3 that it was just going to be Ethan and I talking about just random stuff, honestly. But this is great because now
Yeah,
it seems like a
works out.
legitimate podcast, and it's not just two people talking back and forth to each other.
I mean,
What
it
was that thing
for
that
a little
RT
bit.
did that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, the Tuesday podcasts or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Misfits did that as well for one of their sponsor podcasts, but we're not that cool, so that won't happen to us.
Oh
anytime
yeah,
soon.
yeah. I keep meaning to make the joke of like as soon as we start a podcast, going, oh, and a word from our sponsor today, and then just like reading some like bullcrap, but I keep not doing it.
Yeah, it not being an actual thing at all.
Like Oklahoma Steaks or whatever their name is.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Omaha
Yeah.
Steaks.
Omaha Steaks. Yeah. There you
Yeah.
go.
We're not making any money on
Oklahoma
this, so
Steaks
why
is
not?
That
you
sounds
know?
like a man who's never had an Omaha steak.
I haven't. Have you?
Yes.
Are they good?
Yes. My dad used to get them for his work.
Yo, sponsor.
Like, at like the end of the year for my dad's work, they would like give all their employees like Omaha steaks.
Wow.
Dude, that's legit, dude.
Fancy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about the dual podcast thing that you guys did when I just got up and left. That's
Yeah?
our most viewed podcast.
Nice. That means that
Like-
we're clearly better than you. No, I'm kidding.
No, they only listen to 44%. Let's go back
Oh.
and check when I left.
So, yeah.
It was at the 20-minute mark.
Oh, okay. Never
And then you
mind.
came
That's
back at the
that's nowhere
30-minute
near
mark.
44%. Well, it actually may be. I don't know.
Yeah, dude.
But our percentages bring it down because me and you, like all of us, like always check it when it first go up and like listen to it for like 5 minutes. I never actually watched the podcast.
I did not actually check the most recent podcast that we did. So shame on me, the host, for not checking it.
I just don't hear. I
lol,
don't like hear my own
host.
voice.
I don't either most of the time.
Get used to it, scrubs.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm getting used to it, so it's fine. Thank goodness to your old YouTube channel. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to like watch these normally or even talk normally. I would be an absolute mess, and I'm the host, so that wouldn't be good.
Would
Are
you like
you,
to hear
though?
some weird
Yes,
analytics?
Ethan.
No, I would not, Aaron.
Okay, well I'm gonna tell you anyway. Second podcast, the newest one we had, 22% watch time. The first podcast, 33. The middle podcast, episode 1, 44. So like 22, 33, 44. That's weird.
Nice.
Why are they like double numbered like that? Crazy.
Sure is, dude.
That's just like the watch time or the listen time, I guess, per se.
So let's see. We got E3 out of the way. We got Destiny 2.
I'm
out
excited
of the way.
about the new
Yeah?
Xbox.
Yes, so that's another thing. We mentioned it slightly because we were talking about 8K. But yeah, there is a Project Scarlet. Never mind. I won't go there. You're okay, Ethan.
I called it Scorpio, okay? Because Xbox One's code name was Project Scorpio, and I accidentally said Scorpio earlier, and Derp was like, lol, do you mean Scarlet? And I was like, yes, they sound too similar, it's stupid, and I fucking hate it.
I wanted him to say it, not me. It's exactly what I got. But yeah, Microsoft's Project Scarlet Xbox console. It's going to be the next gen for next year.
I guess
Which
I'll
is-
have to buy it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I just have the
guess
original
I guess we'll-
Xbox One, so I thought about upgrading, but I guess I'll just wait for that.
I have the 1
I have-
terabyte. I feel good.
I have the Xbox One S.
Oh, well, look at you, Mr. Special.
Ethan, were you
Yeah.
the one, or was it Tavish that was telling me that people with the original Xbox were having like reported lag, like console lag?
I think
Yeah,
that
their
was
system.
Tavish.
I think that was Tavish.
I think, yeah, because I remember bits of that conversation.
That's why I started almost to buy a new one. Is because he's not wrong. Like, it's just old hardware, so like it's getting outdated for like the new games that you have to download. Like if I tried to play Smite, and there's a lot of frames like on the screen at one time, like a lot of like big abilities that go off, my game just like freezes up, and I
Oh,
have to
did I tell
restart
you-
my Smite.
Did I tell you about the time that I was playing Reckoning, and me and another Warlock both Nova the same exact witch, or wizard, and my Xbox shut off.
Dude. Broke the game, man.
So who won technically, the witch?
Yeah.
Or the
Oh,
warlock?
I remember hearing about this. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my Xbox just shut itself off. Like
Yep,
it wasn't.
'cause-
It was more than just losing frames. Straight up shut down.
Yep, I was in
We're
the party
in
when
the
that
end
happened.
game
Yeah. It was just like, your Xbox? Nah, turn it off. You're not killing me.
Damn. All right.
But yeah, dude, the next gen's gonna be insane. I wonder what Sony's gonna do. That's what kind of makes me wondering. Because Sony didn't show off anything for E3 because they didn't show up. So.
But also, they had already announced the PS5, but
They did.
But the next gen of consoles are like, all of them have mentioned cloud-based gaming.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard anything about Sony doing cloud-based gaming. Have you?
No. Here, let me find that. Let me find out on that. Cause I haven't heard anything.
Because we got
about
Google with Stadia, and then
I'm hyped for that.
and then Microsoft with Project Scarlet. They said like, this is the beginning of our cloud-based gaming. Like, we're gonna make a super buff console that can process a shit ton. So it's a really powerful console, but also cloud-based gaming is coming. Like, we're doing it.
Would we be able to purchase a game on my Xbox and then go to my computer and play it too? Same game.
Yes, basically.
Cool.
From what I'm getting, from looking at a couple of the websites that are on here, it looks like the Sony devs for it have been talking about PlayStation 5 not having it at launch, but cloud saving like eventually becoming a thing for it is what it looks like.
They're behind.
Yeah, just a bit. That's what it looks like. But I mean, it's when it comes to the difference between two consoles, especially when they come out for next gen, it's really difficult to say what's what. Just because a lot of different journalists are going to be biased against PlayStation 5 or Xbox. So
Well, it sounds like next gen, it's time for Xbox to take back the throne. It got dethroned with this gen.
Straight up though.
yeah,
I feel
for
like Microsoft will just do better than Sony purely because Microsoft plays nice with other kids. Like,
yeah,
all the other game development kids on the playground, like, Google now, and game devs, like just production companies like Bungie, like the cross save thing is a great example.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did I even mention cross save?
We did not mention cross save.
Jesus, that's the thing I was most excited about. Yeah,
yes, it is.
Bungie is announcing that coming in the fall is cross save is coming to all platforms. So you're going to be able to, all your progress from, say Xbox for me, if I was to buy a PlayStation and then buy Destiny for it, then I'd be able to load up my, in theory, I would be able to load up all my, my character stats and all of my save progress from my Xbox. And same thing with PC. But it's funny because they announced their partnership with Google Stadia, and they were like, yeah, you're going to be able to cross-save from PC to Xbox to Stadia and to PlayStation. But then when Google Stadia did their press conference, when they mentioned that at the end, they talked about Destiny, and they mentioned that underneath the screen it said confirmation for cross-save from Sony still pending.
Yeah, because they were not sure if Sony was going to play nice or not.
Wow.
Yeah, it wasn't confirmed. Is what that sounds like. It sounds like that was planned, like they already had an agreement on it, but nothing was signed to make it official or anything.
Yeah,
is what that seems like.
And what I think, so it'll either, I can't fucking speak. It will either happen one of two ways. So they've already come out and said cross save is a thing. So either Sony's gonna play just such hardball and say no, we are not allowing Destiny players to port their characters over to other platforms because we feel like we're gonna lose people, blah 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 blah, because they're scared of losing their player base.
But they're going to lose their player base 100% if they don't.
Yeah, and so either they will play hardball and then Bungie will just say, hey, cross save is a thing on every other platform but PlayStation. Sorry, Sony's a bitch.
Yeah. And
then everyone will hate, every Bungie player or every Destiny player will hate Sony.
I have a question too. Since Bungie's by themselves now, right?
Yep.
Bungie's the Halo boys, so aka
Not
Microsoft boys.
Not anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
343 develops Halo now.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they
And-
okay. Anyway, my question was, would PS4 still say the console for Destiny 2? Like Destiny 2's premier console that it's always paired with it, like Taco Bell and all that kind of junk, is always PS4. So with it
Not
switching
anymore.
to just Bungie, would it go back to Xbox? Or
It's
does
not
it
going to be.
have
I don't.
one?
I don't think
They're
it's
just not going to have one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They announced
smarter.
because PlayStation exclusives were a thing. Like there were like
It's
Borealis and some Strikes like were PlayStation exclusives.
Yes, I remember that.
And in the announcement stream, Bungie came out. They're like, we're not doing any more exclusives on any platform. They were like, we know that we announced that we are partnered with Google Stadia, but that's just because like they're not going to influence our design in any way, and they're not getting any exclusives. We're just partnering with Google Stadia to like say our game is going to be on their console when it comes out. But as far as like design influence, like Activision had with Bungie, and influence as far as exclusives, like Activision being owning Bungie and then having a partnership with Sony. So Activision gave all the exclusives to PlayStation, just like it did with Call of Duty. They were basically like, yeah, no, we're not doing exclusives anymore. When we release content, it's going to be for everyone.
Well, I mean, like we still don't have a Void Trace raffle, right?
That's
Or am I
coming.
wrong? Okay.
Yeah,
'Cause, like they
that was
do
set
on
to.
PS4.
Yeah, no, that was the last PS4 exclusive.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Which that I feel like is the reason why PlayStation 4 is doing so great at the moment for this set of generation consoles, is that it had so many really well done exclusives. Like God of War got Game of the Year. So
Like Horizon
What was the
Zero
robot
Dawn,
game?
God
Yeah.
of War, Spider-Man.
Yep. Detroit Become Human. There's a few others that I can't think of at the moment.
As far
Sure
as
was,
exclusive content, PS4 definitely did better than Xbox One.
Yeah.
So in that department, yes. But I think so. PS4 versus Xbox One. I've always told people, because people have asked me, because they know that I'm Mr. Gaming Guy and I spend copious of hours playing video games and I know a lot about it. I've had friends come up to me and they're like, I want to buy a gaming console, but I know there's the classic argument, should I get a PlayStation, should I get an Xbox? And I told them, as far as, because I play on Xbox and I've never owned a PlayStation, so I'm an Xbox guy. And I told them it's purely up to preference. And I told them kind of what Bungie told everyone for a long time was, play where your friends are. So I was like, the best part about gaming for me is getting to play with my friends. So basically, find out what your friends are playing and what you can play with them, and then buy the console that they have and go with that. Because not being able to play with someone because they are on a different platform sucks. That's why I'm excited about crossplay if it comes to PlayStation, because I have like my nephew, who is really cool and I like hanging out with. He has Destiny 2, but he doesn't play it a whole lot because he's like, yeah, there's not a whole lot that I don't understand. If I had someone to play with that could explain it to me, I would probably play it and enjoy it better. And I was like, well, shit, dude, I really wish I could play Destiny with you, but you're on PlayStation. And also his roommate plays Destiny 2 like avidly, and so I'd really like to, or his future roommate, because he's going to college this next year. So I'd be like, man, if I could play Destiny with you guys, that'd be dope. But you guys are on PlayStation, and also my buddy Trey is on PlayStation, and my buddy, I have another buddy who plays Destiny, and we talk about Destiny a lot, and he plays on PC, and we're always like, shit, I wish we could play Destiny together, because he's like, oh yeah, I do like a raid every weekend, and I'm like, man, I wish I could join you to do raids and stuff. That sounds like a lot of fun, but he plays on PC. So the whole thing has always been like, play where your friends are, and that's what I've always suggested to people. And that's what looks like Bungie is trying to expand. They're like, we want you to be able to play with your friends more, which is a really cool like sentiment for a company to have, like a production company to be like, oh yeah, we want to deliver to you content and we want to deliver to you like stuff that you're going to play, but we also want the interconnectivity of our game to be as much as it can be, which Sony's trying to fuck that up as much as they can, which is why I don't like Sony. So like the whole PS4 versus Xbox One conversation is just by preference, but as far as Microsoft versus Sony, definitely Microsoft is better.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I mean,
And
even the Switch.
Yeah, go for it. Aaron?
What? Oh, hold on. My thing's dying. Internet was dying. Even the Switch, though, does, like, crossplay. Like, with, like, Fortnite and stuff.
Yeah, for real.
So,
and another thing that is kind of weird to me is that it's not even Sony just for PlayStation. It's Sony just as like as a company in general. Like whenever the main company that's super big, like as far as like big companies taking down small YouTube channels, it's mainly Sony, which is crazy to me that a company that has such a huge foundation is the one that's taking out the most like amount of YouTubers. Like you'll see like the little like corporations and whatever that strike YouTube channels for certain things, but it's mainly Sony, which is like for like music that they'll play that was like a Sony song or it came from a video game from Sony or whatever. They'll get striked for it, which is crazy. I don't get it. I don't get how a company that's
Nintendo really hates people that like show any trailers too. Like they'll take it
there
down
is
on
that.
their channel.
They've started to sort of slim that down. Like they're not as strict about it anymore. Nobody really knows where the exact line is, but
Nintendo used to be really anal about like what you put online.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was worse than Sony at this point. As the way that Sony is right now.
I discovered another thing with Sony being such a bitch is with because when I was trying to sell my other headset, because I just bought my new Razer headset and I had my old Astros and I was like, oh, well, Wyatt, do you want these Astros? And he was like, well, I already have a headset that I use with my Xbox, a wireless headset. And I'm like, well, what about, you use this one for your PlayStation, because Wyatt has an Xbox and a PlayStation. And he was like, well, yeah, let's see. And then I was going to test it out because we were sitting in our dorm together. I was like, oh, well, let's just try it out. And I went to plug up my headset to his PlayStation, and he has the PS4 Slim. There's no optical cable. There's not an optical cable or any other audio output besides USB on the Slim. I looked on the front of the Slim. There are 2 USB ports, and then on the back there's a power port, an HDMI out, and then another USB, and that is it. There's the only ports that the Slim has. And I'm like, well, damn, what if you wanted to hook it up to a sound bar or anything like that? And like, because Xbox made a Slim, they made the Xbox One S. It's what I have, and literally the only, and it decreased the size because the original Xbox One is fat as fuck.
Yes, it is.
It's fucking massive.
With
but
a PH.
then I got this. Yeah, I said I don't know if you could tell by the way I pronounced fat, but it was with a PH.
It was okay, good. There's a difference,
Oh, I recognize the difference. But and then they made the Slim, which they did a lot of different changes to make it as small as it is. But I'm like, oh, well, this is an itty bitty console. This is awesome. The only port that they got rid of on the back was the one for the Kinect.
I don't blame them. Yeah.
Whatever, because the Xbox Kinect's fucking awful and nobody uses it. And they're like, we do sell an adapter. If you're like hell bent on using your Kinect, then you can plug up this adapter that plugs up to one of the USB ports.
There's a lot of people that use it. They're the ones in the Black Ops 2 lobbies that just have it plugged in, and their mom's yelling at them in the background.
Oh my gosh, dude!
Those are the kids those are the ones that are using it.
Can
you guys hear me?
I need it for
my
phone.
And like for headsets and stuff, it's actually really hard to like get a headset to integrate to your PlayStation. Like
you had to buy 4 to get one.
You did though.
I don't have a problem. I can quit whenever I want. But
he has lots of headsets for context.
Not anymore.
You still have 4 stacked on your mic stand.
No, I do not have 4. I got rid of one today.
You have 3 stacked on your mic stand.
3. Yep.
I have 3. I have 3 headsets. And one of them's not a headset. One of them's just studio headphones that I use for editing and shit.
Which you had before you started getting rid of some? What was it, like 8?
It was an ungodly number.
It was like 8 or 9. Come on. Come on.
I don't like where this is going.
You should give one away as a giveaway. When we hit 1,000 subscribers, you get a signed headset from Crynot.
I'm not agreeing to this because I beat the hell out of some headsets. Like, I use the crap out of them. That's why I have so many.
Even better.
I mean, yeah, I was about to say it's fun. It's got wear and tear. It's got like ear sweat.
Who needs it new?
Yeah. Like, I would give away like my Wight Kraken Pro V2s, but they're pretty rough. They're pretty banked up.
Yeah, man, that's totally fine. Why not? Nah,
Right,
not done.
whatever.
But yeah, for real, don't.
Yo, if we get to 1,000 subscribers,
we need to do something.
if we get to 5,000 subscribers, I don't know. I don't want to say it. I was gonna say I would sign a pair of AirPods and give them away, but that's not.
Yeah,
not true.
no.
No.
Well, let me see. So I don't know if you guys know of how YouTube's policy works for getting money from like ads and even having ads on your YouTube channels to begin with. But I think
Omaha Steaks is sponsoring us right now.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I think it's like
Dakota Steaks, please.
it's like 1,000 or
whatever you
10,000 subs. Right? Isn't it like
It's how
1,000 or
much?
Isn't it 1,000? It's either
No, it's like
1,000 or
10.
10,000. Is it 10,000? You have to get 10,000 subs.
It's a slightly big number.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
anybody could just get 1,000. Like that.
Yes. Well,
Like if you just keep a channel
you-
up long
you
enough
say
and
that.
post every now and then.
there is a YouTube channel
Says
that
the
exists.
has like 12 subs.
Yeah, there is a channel that exists where it is.
I can't hear you,
was
my
the,
internet's
the
dying.
title of the YouTube channel is something about how I bet I can get 1 million subscribers without posting a video, or it's this channel will have 1 million subscribers without posting a YouTube video is the title of that channel, and I think it has like around 2 million at this point and not a single video on it, just because people were like, yeah, that's funny, I'm a subscribe, what are they gonna do, notify me of a video? And no, it doesn't
That's
happen.
funny.
So yeah,
I like that.
it has like 2 million subscribers or something on it. Also, I don't know if you guys know about the dead lamp thing that's going around right now, where for whatever reason there's a YouTube channel called Dead Lamp that's competing against T-Series, saying this is an easy win. We're about to get 200 million subs before T-Series or whatever. And I think they're at like, people are like actually going for it. Like I think they have 500,000 and they started with 250 last time I checked. So, and they keep tweeting out this post of it being updated.
Crazy.
Yeah, people just like subscribing just as a joke whenever it
I
gets
do.
out there. Yeah.
I mean, I like the egg, the Kylie Jenner egg.
Yeah. When that was a huge issue. But I mean, that got popular before it was like an actual competition between the number one most liked thing. Like when you think about it, people started liking that before it was like a thing to like that image.
I really like how one of their uploads is just called us yawning. Us
What?
just yawning.
For what?
Dead lamp.
Oh yeah. It's a great channel. Everybody should just take a look at Dead Lamp.
I
their
gotta
channel,
watch
'cause
this
it's
video.
amazing.
I'm sorry, guys.
Not sponsored, by the way.
Yeah, not sponsored. Because they're a great channel and they have a really great joke going for them.
Hey, Aaron,
Yeah.
do we have a Twitter?
No.
Yes,
Yes.
I
we do.
made it.
We
I
have
made it,
Twitter.
but Aaron does as the social media manager, he does not
Hate
want
Twitter.
to deal with Twitter
Hate it.
whatsoever.
You can send it to me. You can send me the information. I'll use it. I
But
just hate
Twitter's like
Twitter.
what the, like if people want to reach out to you in a professional sense, they're not going to use Instagram. They're going to use Twitter.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I just don't like Twitter. I don't know how to use Twitter.
Then
how
learn,
did you
social media
how
manager.
I mean, I
how did
probably
you
need to.
get to Instagram? What'd you do
I
for
looked up
Instagram?
videos
Yeah, see, you do that with Twitter.
on algorithm.
Yeah, you do that with Twitter.
All right, so Ethan, I had a thing that reminded me of this when you were telling a story a while ago about how you want to play PS4 with your nephew.
Yeah.
Weren't your nephew and niece the people that used to call Capri Suns kinda juices?
Fucking kinda drinks.
Wait,
drinks, that was it.
okay,
It was
explain this.
kinda drinks.
Explain this. This sounds great.
When we were little, all right, I say it, my niece and nephew are 2 years younger than me, so the dynamic is more like cousins. So, but when we were very little, I'm talking they were probably like 6 and I was 8. So we were like younger, and we were drinking Capri Suns, and they're like, "Can I have a kind of drink?" Like they walk up to their mom, and they're like, "Can I have a kind of drink?" And she's like, and I'm like, "What in the WT fuck or is she about to give them?" And then she walks to the fridge, opens it up, grabs a Capri Sun, and hands it to him. He's like, "Here you go, kids." And they're like, "Yay." And I'm like, "What the dick? Why do you call it kind of drinks?" And they're like, "Because it's kind of a drink, but it's kind of not because it comes in a pouch." And I'm like, "It's still a
It's like
fucking
milk in
drink."
Canada. It's kind of milk.
I'm like,
not
"What are
real
you
milk."
doing with your mouth right now?" They're like, "What?" I'm like, What is the activity your mouth is doing right now?" And they're like, "Drinking." I'm like, "Exactly. It's a drink."
I think they were
Just a
older
regular
because
ass
you
drink.
came to school complaining about it.
Oh no, I held on to that for years.
Oh.
Wow.
I thought they were like 12. 6 is
No.
a little bit more acceptable, but I still think it's really funny. That was always one of my favorite things. It's like, "Oh, get me a kind of
They
drink."
had a special name for sour cream too, and it was something fucking retarded. I think it was just something generic like white sauce.
It was. I remember. It was definitely that, because you told me that in school. You were complaining at the same time. You were like, "Yeah, they call this white sauce," and it just didn't make any sense.
Wow.
And I was made a joke. I was like, if I fucking ask for some white sauce chicken and I get chicken smothered in sour cream, I'm gonna fucking rage. I'm gonna kick someone's ass.
I'm
can
pretty sure
understand,
that was
like,
the same analogy
ranch.
you used too. Like you
Probably.
used the same analogy.
I could get calling it like for ranch. That would make. I mean, white sauce just in general just sounds like a terrible.
Was that what it was? I felt like that's what it was.
Was
they
it
called
ranch, mayonnaise,
No, it
or
wasn't
sour
ranch.
cream? Was it mayonnaise?
It was sour cream.
Oh, it was
definitely
sour cream. Okay.
Alright.
Because they used to dip like chips in sour cream and shit. They were weird kids.
No,
That's why like blew me away when you put on Snapchat.
That's-
You're like, "Oh,
no,
my
wait.
nephew."
Is
he
that
posts,
not
like,
normal?
Nice things.
Wait, is that not normal
No,
to
no,
dip
derp.
No.
sour cream?
Dirt.
to
Did
chips?
you use sour cream as dip?
Not regularly, no.
How often? How
Not
often?
like once a year. But see, no, you have to understand.
Time for the annual sour
No.
cream dip competition.
No. you have to understand. Okay, hold up.
August 22nd is the sour cream dip day.
Shut up.
Wait, guys, I have a problem. I realized I just do that. I do the same thing. Hold
See?
on. Wait a second.
See?
Oh my god.
Idiots.
It's a little bit different. What we do is
When
we
will you
get
learn?
sour cream and we put onion powder in it and mix it up and make
See?
like French onion dip.
Yeah. That's what I was
Alright.
talking about.
All right, yeah, Ethan, you're nuts, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Crazy?
see? Yeah, Ethan.
Crazy.
You weirdo.
Yeah, he's gonna do that.
All right. So you guys might not have grown up with the refined dip taste
High five,
that
Joe.
I did. Did you just slap your microphone?
Maybe.
Get it out of my face.
High five. I heard thump.
It was my ring hitting the microphone.
Nice.
Not married, by the way.
All right. So anyone who doesn't know about this, but my family has a dip that we you know about this, Aaron. So this is like the only kind of dip that I ever used as a kid growing up, because it's just like a family tradition. It's called Pink Floyd. And the reason for that is because we got it from my grandfather on my mom's side, his name was Joe Floyd. And the dip, when you make it, it comes out pink. Hence the name Pink Floyd.
I wouldn't be able to have that.
Why?
What's wrong with you?
No, hold on. No matter how good it tasted, there's a video game, completely logical reason as to why I am not allowed to have that.
Typing on your keyboard right now.
Yes, I sure am, which I don't think it picks up for my recording.
It
But
100% does.
Yeah.
no, it does not. I checked. There's no wavelength, so I'm fine. It picks up on my mic for Discord, but it does not pick up on my mic for recording. You can go ahead and prove me wrong when you go and look at this, but because I know you will.
Send you a clip later.
But yeah, he's gonna send me a clip of the wavelength and be like, you idiot. So that
Guys, comment
does
down
it
below
does it look like that,
when you see
Ethan?
it.
What I just sent you?
As far as shape or color?
Color.
I mean, kinda. It's pink.
Dang
it
it,
to
dude! I can't have it. Yeah, I'll send it
see
to you as well. You won't know what it's from. Ethan may know what this pink sauce is from. Although I don't think he will.
It
No,
looks really familiar. But
it
looks
should.
old.
It should. It's from Fallout 4, and there's this school outbreak that ends up having. There was this new flavored food that they wanted to try out because it was going to be like the best thing ever. Well, it's full of radiation and it turns them into zombies. As I'm eating this pink cream stuff that you give me, that's all I'd be able to think about. It'd be freaking me out, dude. I'm sorry, but
What it is?
just
let
couldn't
me
do it.
explain. Let me explain what it is.
Okay.
Because the dip is just.
Is it food coloring?
No, it's not. It's cream cheese and spicy rotel that's been blended together.
Okay, that doesn't sound bad.
I don't think I ate it. I
It's
don't think I
not
ever tried
at
it.
all. So it's the pink comes from its white cream cheese and then rotel, which is like mostly tomato.
Gotcha.
My
So
mom
that's why
makes,
it's
like, lots
pink.
of random stuff like
So
that.
technically, it's just spicy ketchup with cream cheese.
Spicy
No.
ketchup. That's our new channel name.
There's no vinegar in it.
No. Okay.
Also, spicy ketchup is a thing that Whataburger sells.
Yes, it is. That exists where you guys live? What? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Burger? Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a big thing
And the
here.
spicy
We live
ketchup?
like 2
Oh, yeah.
states over.
And
No, that's fair. There are some restaurants, like fast food restaurants, that don't translate
I mean, yeah, but I feel like
across states.
yeah.
Like Raising Cane's is one of those things.
yep.
Really?
Yes,
Wait, you've never had Cane's?
I have, but it wasn't
Oh,
here.
okay. I was
Yeah.
about to say. Then
Because
You
was
never
Raising
what?
Cane's is
You're
from
gonna fly
Louisiana.
Yeah. No, that there is one here. It's like an hour away though. So.
Yeah,
Oh,
see?
okay.
Yeah.
The closest one to me is like half an hour away since I'm in Alabama.
Right. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Closest one to you and where you lived before was like 2 feet.
Oh, it was right down the road. Since I was in, South Mississippi, it was like
Ethan.
there was a Cane's that was like right over there, and I used to eat it all the fucking time.
So, Noah
Oh,
told
boy.
me today that whole thing that we were talking about isn't going to be
Explain.
available for like 6 months. So, it will be like when you're in school before like I may come there.
Oh.
Okay.
So he was like, it'll be like 6 months unless you want to like
I think I know what you're
share
talking
a
about.
room with me. And I was like, I don't know about that.
I'm not
He
sure. I
didn't
know
even
what
say
you're
him at
talking about,
first. He
but-
was just like with somebody, and I was like, I don't know. And he was like, all right, I just want.
Which is fine. I mean, it doesn't do any good for me for you to be there until I'm back at school.
Yeah,
anyways.
that's kind of what I was thinking. Is like, well, that would be perfect because that's when a couple of my other friends are going to school in like Southern and to like and to like the other colleges down there. Or up there, whatever.
Yeah, wherever they are. But yeah, and okay, so you guys may not know this, but and so Texas has a big, huge pride. I don't want to call it an issue, but they have a ton of pride. Like there is full of nothing but Texas pride stuff going on. And
Except for Chick-fil-A.
no, well, okay. I see what you meant by that.
I love those memes.
Yeah,
I love those memes.
Yeah,
so
they're
much.
great. The mirror in the
Yep, yep,
from
yep.
Gravity Falls. Yeah, dude.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So because of this month being the month that it is,
Gay Pride Month.
yeah, Chick-fil-A has been there's been a couple Chick-fil-A memes about how they're completely against it. So
Yeah, because Chick-fil-A like hasn't changed their logo to a rainbow flag because they're a Christian organization, so they're against homosexuality fundamentally. So they don't advertise as being part of Gay Pride Month. So
First of
it
all, I
sort
think
makes
that's
sense.
stupid because like when it comes to other months that are not like those kind of months that are not like as widely accepted, people are like, oh, well that's fine if they don't do whatever. But this one month, everybody has to, accept it. It has to.
No, it's not an
shut down your
acceptance
company.
thing. It's and people know this. Just about every single person knows this. It's a cash grab.
Yeah.
It really is.
That's
Have you
the
seen
point.
the meme for that?
Yes.
Where it's like, why did you
Yes.
change your flag to a rainbow flag? Because money. It's like
Yeah,
Mr. Krabs.
because I like money. Yeah.
I like money.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, dude. It's crazy how that just affects so much. But yeah, so anyways, Texas Pride stuff. We have Dairy Queen has its own commercial about how it's in Texas. Like there's a segment about how Dairy Queen is in Texas. Like that's the whole point, is the fact that like, and it makes it sound like Dairy Queen is only in Texas. Like anybody who has lived only in Texas would think, yeah, Dairy Queen's only in Texas, because the way that the commercial sounds, it makes it feel like, yeah, there's not a single Dairy Queen anywhere else but in Texas. Yeah, you see what I'm talking about? Like,
I typed in Dairy Queen tea and it popped up.
yes, yeah, because that's like a signature thing here for Dairy Queen. It's weird.
TWC10 Productions has 100 like playlist on it. Like has 100 video playlist on the Texas Dairy Queen commercials.
Mm-hmm.
So
Interesting.
you want to see all of them?
Yeah, dude. They're
Link down below.
It's no, do not put that in the description.
Dirk, do you remember the "Don't Mess with Texas" campaign?
Yes. Do you know what that was for?
The littering.
Yes, the littering. Do you know what most people think it's for?
What?
As like a legit like a diss.
The South will rise again.
Yeah,
thing?
exactly. That's exactly what people think it is now. And that's not at all what it is. It's hilarious. Like there's billboards around Austin of them still, and it's like a reminder like that I see it. I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's for littering." Like I completely forget.
It's clever because don't mess
Yes.
with Texas. You're cleaning up the mess by not throwing shit out of your car.
Right. And that's like,
How do people not get that?
that's one part of the pride thing. The second part is football here. Whatever how serious football is for you guys, it's like double that here. Like if you're against somebody's other team, they could legally murder you and it be okay because you're against them in a team. Like that's how serious it is here. It's nuts.
So it's like you murder someone and then
It's
they're like, "Why'd you kill that person?" And they're like, "They were an A&M fan." And they're like, "Okay."
yeah. Like it's not like to that extent. It's a bit extreme. That's the point of the joke, but it's still pretty.
that's what it's
intense.
like.
Yeah, no, that's definitely what it's like.
That happened.
If I ever get charged with murder in Texas, I'm gonna
Football
be like,
season is just low key the purge, basically. So, yeah.
I was like, they're like, "Why did you kill that person?" I was like, "They were wearing a Texas Tech jersey."
Yeah. Yeah.
And I can't stand for that shit.
That happened in LSU. Some guys, like 3 guys, were in a bar and they lost to Alabama, and the guy with the Alabama shirt walked in, and
Yeah.
literally killed the guy.
Yeah.
Like, they
No.
beat him
Yeah.
up
I
and
get
killed
it.
him. This is freaking nuts.
So funny story related to that, and then we can wrap up.
Mm-hmm.
One time when my family was driving through Alabama, and my family's from Alabama, and my dad is an Auburn fan.
Mm-hmm.
And so he buys me. I'm like, Aaron's family supports Alabama. So-
Gotcha.
I mean, like,
So
I kind of like, we mess with each other about it, but I don't think me and him either even really care.
Yeah.
It's more
Oh
like
no,
a joke.
no, I don't. It's more like a family thing.
Yeah.
Like my family supports Auburn, his family supports Alabama. So,
Ooh,
but
voice crack.
yeah, it was a tasty voice crack. But my dad buys me a bunch of Auburn shit, or at least he used to. And so I have like a lot of Auburn like t-shirts and sweatshirts and stuff. And one time we were coming back from visiting my sister, and we were driving through Tuscaloosa, which if you don't know, Tuscaloosa is where the University of Alabama is. And we were going through Tuscaloosa. Stupid Indian made-up word.
Right. Made up. Yeah.
We stopped at the Walmart there, and I noticed, and Mom and Dad were like, "All right, do you want to stay in the car, or do you want to come into Walmart with us?" And I was like, "I'll go into Walmart." And then I looked down, and I'm wearing an Auburn, like, hoodie. And I'm like,
Oh.
well, actually, let me take this hoodie off. And so I look down and I'm like, actually, I'm not gonna go in there wearing this hoodie. And my mom's like, lol, yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Did you have an Auburn shirt on underneath it?
And then I took off the sweatshirt and I was wearing an Auburn shirt underneath and I didn't even realize it. And I was like, I'm just gonna stay in the car. And I fully just waited in the car for like half an hour while my parents went in Walmart in Tuscaloosa because I was only wearing Auburn merch.
Yeah, it's not a good idea.
So don't mess with the South and their SEC. Like, football's intense around here, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely, dude.
It gets real. Derp, are you SEC?
Like
There are some universities in Texas that are in the SEC, but there are some that aren't.
A&M
correct.
is, aren't they?
Yes, it is.
Yes, they didn't used to be, but they are now.
Yes.
Yeah, because like we had to face Johnny football.
Yep.
I didn't like it. I'm glad he sucks at the pro.
I don't really watch anything for football anymore.
He was just extremely cocky, and he's
huge
jerk.
interest.
He's a jerk. Dude.
Wait, who?
Don't be penisy.
Johnny Manziel.
Oh yeah, no, I totally agree with you.
100%.
Yeah.
He's just bad, dude.
God, how did we go from talking about like E3 presentations to talking about college football?
Podcast stuff, dude. Also
Magic
Texas
of the
Pride.
podcast.
So yeah.
Oh wait! I had something to talk about real quick. Hold on.
War Eagle, I guess.
There was like a Nazi parade at
This
a
is
Pride
great.
thing the other day.
That's
Why?
awesome.
Why?
Like they walked through with like signs and like badges and like they had like Nazi armbands like all the way wrapped around them, like ripping up pride flags, and like one guy was like peeing on a Jerusalem flag. Like it was crazy.
Do you mean a Hebrew flag, like the Star of David?
Yeah.
Yeah, that. Yeah.
Yeah. He like peed on it.
That's what it's called, the Jerusalem flag.
Yes. that is its legitimate name.
And y'all were just shocked I used the right name.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
But
It's
it's not
called the
though.
Jerusalem
But
flag.
yeah.
You asshole.
oh.
It's the Israeli flag.
Yeah, that's it. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
whatever. I don't care. I'm an idiot. But like, the police ended up having to escort these guys around because they were saying they wanted to cause another Charlottesville. So like the police had to walk them around because they were all like loaded with guns and stuff, and they couldn't do anything about it because they weren't doing anything wrong at the time. So it looked like the police had to protect them this whole time. So like there's a bunch of clips going around of like police walking with Nazi people, and people just keep taking it out of context. And it looks really bad, but
Yeah.
it's just really sad. I think it was it was Detroit, the Detroit police, and they don't have the greatest reputation already.
No.
So.
That's pretty bad.
But like,
Yeah.
there's other videos of the Nazi people that they've posted that the police wouldn't let them go to certain areas, like them walking up to police and the police being like, "No, you can't go here. You have to walk around this way. You're not allowed to go through here. Get out of here." And they're like, "We want to cause another Charlottesville." It's
Interesting.
just like it's so crazy that like people exist like that are just awful, like maniac people.
This is why I want to be a history teacher, is because I'm fairly certain there are so many people that don't actually know what the Nazi Party was about.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, definitely. And I think that's part of the issue as to why it's still going on, like, this modern day. Like, that's, like, why it's still happening, is because they just don't get it.
Yeah, same thing with socialism. People
Yep.
are like, it just hasn't worked yet. I'm like, Jesus Christ,
You idiot.
people.
Yeah. Yeah, another
Well, then there's
issue
some
with
people
that
don't know that it's called the Israeli flag and not the Jerusalem flag.
Right,
Like, those
yeah.
people are some
Yeah.
kind of special.
Yeah. Another issue with that is similar to like the flat earther theory that goes around, where once you read into it enough, then you start believing it. I feel like that's another, like that's the same thing that happens with some of those people that end up in those groups. Is like they read up on it enough, and for whatever reason, they go too far, and then they just start believing it, and they're like, yeah, this makes sense. I'm gonna join rallies and stuff, you know?
Like flat earthers.
That's exactly my example. Thank you. Yeah. exactly what I said.
All right. Well, I think that since Aaron's cognitive function is
Yeah.
slowly
No, my thing
decaying,
keeps going in and out. My internet keeps going in
and
and out.
my
I'm catching
ability
like
to
a
speak
couple of words.
is my ability to speak is
Dropping.
eesh. Yeah, it's going down. I do word good.
Yeah, everybody dropping here. It's dropping. So yeah, we should probably stop.
And Derp's ability to host.
Okay, so
Don't talk about that bitch. He's not here.
yeah, he's not here, but we'll talk about that topic possibly next week. See y'all next week.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.